Hey guys, this is T Cole and I am here today making a video to show you how to make fragrance candles. Now the candles that I'm going to be making are the candles that are on my website at oracleandwicks.com, so check it out when you get a chance. So stay tuned for the rest of the video. Now before we get started, make sure that you subscribe and hit that post notifications, and let's get into it. Now first you're going to need your type of wax that you want to use. Now all of my candles are soy wax, so that's what I'm doing right now. And you want to try to do a double boiler. So I actually have a saucepan that I use strictly for my candles, and then I have a container that I put my wax in. So right now I am melting it. So you want to have all the products that you're going to be using to make your candle. So I have my fragrance oils because it's going to be a fragrance candle. I have my little inserts that I put at the bottom of my candle wicks. I have the warning stickers, the actual candle wick. I have either the metal that I'm going to use or the popsicle stick that you can use to hold your candle wick in place. I have the container. And then I'm actually going to be making Summer Vibes. So this is one of the candles that are online that I have on my website. Also, I forgot to mention, you want to make sure you have a thermometer because you want to check the temperature of your wax before you actually pour it. Normally, I wait until it's about 130 degrees, a little bit less than that, before I add my fragrance to it. You do not want to add your fragrance when it's still really hot because it can burn the fragrance oil, and then once it curates, you probably won't have a strong smell to it because the wax burnt the smell, basically. That makes sense. So make sure that you're watching your temperature when you are going to add fragrance to your candle. Okay, so before we get started, first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and add my warning sticker to the back of my candle container. So you're just going to take a label of your choice. I ordered these because it goes with the theme of my website and my brand. So what you're going to do is you're going to add it to the back of your container. Okay, so it should look something like that. All your candles should always have a warning sticker on there. So make sure that you are paying attention to that when you are doing your candles. Next, you want to add your candle wicks to it. So what I like to do is I like to get one of these little sticky inserts so that I can hold it in place. And normally what I like to do is I like to cut it in half, and I'll probably use one of these for 2 candles. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And I'm going to put the other one to the side. I'm going to take that piece off, put it right at the end of my candle wick. And then I'm going to center it. Okay, and then you're going to press down on it because you want to make sure that it's in there snug and tight. Okay, so after that, what you want to do is you want to take either one if you're going to use the popsicle stick, or you're going to use the metal container. So for this, I'm going to use the metal container. So what you want to do is you want to slide it in there. Okay, so that's going to keep it from going too far over. It's going to keep it right in the middle, so when you're ready to pour your wax in, it doesn't go off centered. So right now the wax is almost done. You should get it to where everything is liquefied. So you want to make sure that you are getting every bit of it that you can down there. Sometimes when I pour it, some of the edges get stuck around. So just go in there, scrape off what you can. And then, like I said, you want to use your thermometer and you want to check the temperature on it. Right now, it's not necessary because I'm still melting it. So, but right now, the melting point should be pretty high. Okay, so like I said, when you're ready to add your fragrance, you want to make sure that it's somewhere between 120 and 130. Okay, so right now it's still melting. And we will be back when it's time to add the fragrance. So as you can see, it is nice and melted, and now we're just kind of waiting for it to cool down. Alright, so now it's where I need it to be in order to add the fragrance. So you want it to be somewhere around this number. You can have it a little bit higher, like I said, between 115 and 130 would probably be the best point. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and add the fragrance. Using an insert to add the fragrance that I want for this particular candle. Okay, so it really depends on how fragrant you want it. Normally I use just almost full size. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to go ahead and stir it. Alright, so from this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour the wax in. And I like to add herbs, gems, and crystals to mine. So normally, I don't put it all the way to the top. You don't want it all the way to the top anyway. So you can kind of see. Try a little bit more. You want it just about there. All right. So once it is curated, I'm going to go ahead and show you the finished results. All right, so I like to add herbs and crystals or gems on my candles, with particular ones that I have on my website. So for this specific candle, I'm going to be using rosebuds, I'm going to be using chamomile flakes, and then some of these nice little crystals. Okay, so stay tuned to see the final result. And here it is. And it smells amazing.